This is me now.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kenny. We
I don't like this.
are going to be going up to Whistler and we'll take you along. It's going to be beautiful and then you're going to get so many views.
Yep, I'm putting that.
Don't put that in.
I am exactly 2,834 miles from the place I've called home for the past 10 years. I don't really know where this story is going, if I'm honest. So in a way, we're both experiencing the same adventure. I could say that this is a story about reuniting with somebody that I love, or maybe it's a story of finding my place and trying to figure out where I fit in. Or maybe my story was the adventure that I've had so far. I have traveled 3,000 miles and I stopped in Vancouver. I think the story is actually all of those stories of rain that came for 2 weeks, never went away. Stories of snow that was supposed to be a few inches that ended up being a foot. And even a story of finding a place of so much comfort that I lost track of what I really came for. Now the past 3 months have had its ups, downs, lefts, rights. It's had so many emotions, even has had hardships, even though I haven't really done much except freeload off my girlfriend's parents. Thank you guys for letting me stay, by the way. It's been a pleasure. And now I'm leaving in a few days, and all I have left is this footage to look back on for when I'm gone. But this isn't just 3 months in one video. This is a story of how traveling 3,000 miles changed me.
We're in Vancouver right now. I know I haven't picked up the camera in a while.
Vancouver, BC. Right here.
We're going to a place called Whistler. What's Whistler?
Whistler is like one of the biggest, most famous ski towns in the entire world. And Kenny needs to witness it.
It's pouring down rain right now. And Izzy's like, oh my god, wait, we have to go to Shannon Falls. It's like a 5-minute walk in the rain.
I'm soaking wet.
Hello? Hello?
As much as I complain about rain, that walk was well worth it. Honestly, whenever you can, just be in nature, explore, take a hike. I find myself sitting around and playing games inside for days at a time, just not doing anything when I should be out enjoying my life, living my life. I should be out exploring and finding new friends, finding cool places, and instead I just get comfortable and some ways I get stuck.
It's just snowing a little bit.
Whistler was incredible. Something about a quaint little village with so much life just gives you so much energy. It just revitalizes you. Life can be so overbearing and tough that sometimes just taking a step back from reality is everything that you might need. And then, when you're ready, you can jump right back in to this thing called life. Something about these trains, being able to take that little piece of history and turning it into a memory. In my mind, memories are what makes life worth living. I mean, it's the next best thing to being in the moment. So going to the top of the ski lifts in Whistler and eating mediocre food that's just way too expensive, just to ride another gondola and not snowboard down. Even though there's a little bit of jealousy, that memory is still priceless. When I was on the road, the first couple weeks, there was this feeling of just overbearing loneliness, which is not the best feeling when you're 1,000 miles from home in the middle of the woods with no cell service. But knowing that feeling just made these moments so much sweeter with Izzy and our friends. If I could just snap my fingers, I'd be right back there eating and paying for that overpriced and mediocre food.
She has more food coming. Oh my god.
Rachel. Food coma.
I have to get gas. Make me sad.
Okay, we're going home. Anybody up for some McDonald's with a view? A&W with a view?
Being in Whistler for only a few days was by far one of the best highlights of my trip, and I miss that feeling of peace and serenity and togetherness that I felt there. But now it's a fond memory that I get to live for the rest of my life. So, was it all worth it? Absolutely. A conservatory. A big glass dome filled with parrots, fish, and humidity. It did make me miss a cool summer breeze. You know that feeling when it's winter and you want it to be summer, and then it's summer and you want it to be winter? But then there's that sweet spot right in the middle, and it only lasts a few days, but it's perfect. Well, that's a little bit of the feeling I felt in Vancouver. And not because of the location, but because of the people who surrounded me. A place where I could be myself without any fault. However, it's that exact feeling that allowed me to feel comfort beyond anything I've ever felt before. Which in time turned to laziness. I grew up not really being able to feel lazy or bored, because if I was, I would just get put to work, no matter how ridiculous or mundane the task was. Which I never really understood why, but I guess in a way I do now. However, in a different perspective, I feel like it might have limited me. And I say that because many times over these past few months, Izzy would tell me, "Gosh, Kenny, don't you know how to be bored?" Because whenever I was bored, I would drive her crazy because I always felt the urge to do something. But now, I've witnessed extreme boredness and laziness because there were many days where I wasn't really doing anything. We had no plans, we had no money. A lot of those times I found myself not able to pull myself out of the slump. I would just stay on the couch watching videos or playing video games and just being lazy. But because of that experience with it, I feel like I've strengthened my will in a way, because I've noticed I am actually starting to be able to pull myself out of these slumps more frequently, and I'm able to force myself to do things that from the bottom of my heart I just do not want to do, even if I really need to, which is something I couldn't do before, which is also something I believe is going to help me on the road. I am officially leaving Vancouver the day that this video goes up. Scary, I have about $300 to my name and no destination in mind, but I do plan to stay on the West Coast for a little while. That being said, it's bittersweet because as I say goodbye to Canada, I say goodbye to Izzy. Which sucks, but these dreams aren't going to chase themselves. One thing keeping me going is I know it's not farewell forever. I will be seeing her in April. My 3,000-mile adventure. Earlier, I said that it stopped in Vancouver. But, as cliche as it sounds, this really is just the beginning. And I've already discovered so much about myself, like how much I value friendship, but I'm capable of being alone. And I haven't completely learned how to be bored yet, but that's still a work in progress. And I might have already known this deep down, but I really did learn that this is a journey of self-discovery and learning what I'm capable of and what I'm able to do. And so far, I haven't let myself down, and I don't plan to. Because even though I am walking out the door, I'm gonna look back and keep turning my dreams into memories. And you should too.
Welcome to MTV Cribs. It's Kenny. I'm going into the room.
Kenny's a grumpy bear this morning for no reason at all.
She's just getting on my nerves. Like always.
Ew, your nose.